what should we do? All the jokes that become the news. Take the black pill they're prescribing you. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. There is nothing to say, nothing you can do. The government and media just lie to you. Sit back and laugh, it's overdue. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. The host is a cripple, he can't stand gravity or the man. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. The show is the chat, Johnny doesn't understand. We don't care what he has planned. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over.
Feel like I'm getting deja vu. This is like a rock war number 2. A rock war number 2. I like the look of those oil supplies. I'd be ashamed if someone invaded.
Out the fucking gate. Out the gate. Out the gate. Power window saying F, refresh. I'm going to say refresh. Because that shouldn't be a thing. What is that saying? All right, there we go. We should be able to do live now. Refresh you live. We are. Breaking, Iran's holding erections. Boot Chew airdrop was successful. I think you mean Blue Chew. Working now. Yeah, it did. It tanked for a minute, which sucks because I was enjoying this video that somebody made. We found a very funny AI video. I have been here the home time, says Freak597. The home time. Hi, happy Thirsty Thursday, says Wild Saffron. Well, hello, Wild Saffron. Gnome, sweet gnome. It's okay, Johnny Bon Jovi. Well, hi, guys. We back. Hey, Johnny, how's it going? Trump didn't like the AI song. Yeah, the AI song, let's test the theory. Let's go back to the AI song and see if it kills us this time.
The oil must flow through. And I ran so far away.
Again, this is
The bomb I ran.
this is funny to me. Like, I mean, the events happening
For
aren't.
USA.
I don't like that I'm trying to square horrible things happening with how horrible they are. Did we ever find weapons of mass destruction from the late 80s and early 2000s or this year? No. No. We have not. The threat of them is real. Supposedly.
A tiny hit hits a big red button.
Supposedly.
Atomic bombs
Now,
will fall
to be fair,
down on you.
I think the biggest,
Mushroom clouds in view.
the most obvious thing about them not having weapons of mass destruction, they shoot like missiles at our bases and stuff. Like, if they had those weapons, they can use them. All right? They wouldn't hold back. That's why they keep threatening. Like, they're moments away from having it. Because believe me, they've shot enough missiles at our bases. Brian broke it down for me yesterday after the show. They've shot enough missiles at our bases that if they had the nuclear ones, sure, we'd know. If we haven't found them in over 40 years, you'd think this would be a hoax, right? You would.
Destroy USA.
This song is so stupid. I love that we've got Hexath on the guitar. and fat JB Vance on the bass. Donald not playing the piano or keyboard, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. So that was fun. Yeah, but we haven't found them in over 40 years. Here's my problem. I don't even need the over 40 years part. Didn't we have a whole kerfuffle in the Middle East like 6 months ago? And wasn't the whole kerfuffle 6 months ago? St. Caesar, this is what AI was made for. I don't think it's what it was made for, but it is the true purpose, if you ask me. It is the pure purpose of AI, to give us the things that wouldn't exist otherwise. I'm starting to think we profit off of blood money in the Middle East. Oh, no, you and I don't, King Kong Dong. You and I don't. We're plebs. We're what would you call it? Servants of the system. High Guard lasted longer than Concorde 45 days being shut down on March 12th. Cool. And in other news that nobody cares about. I saw someone playing, what was it? The frickin', what's the game called? Marathon. I was gonna say Waypoint or something like that. No, I saw someone playing that Marathon game, and I'm like, this just looks like every other shooter. I don't understand. Correction, our Jewish allies make. Oh yeah, dude, they make all the money. They make all the money. Every dime kind of flows through there. Speaking of dimes and where they flow, our goal is for tomorrow at $25. Thank you so much for your continual support to this program. If we bank out $25 today, which is entirely doable, we're done with the week. We can call it good. And I say thank you. We'll see how it goes. Wild Saffron with the thumbs up. Rich men are busy waging war, and the poor man pays the bill. The worst part is we don't have any fucking money. So as I'm learning now, I don't have money. I can't afford stuff. The only things I can do is take care of my kiddo and hope that I can make it through the day. But we're 25 from banging out the week, so hopefully we could do a hype train or something. The Venmo, the PayPal, all those options available. If you can, we say thank you. Do what you can do, and no sweat if you can't. That's a thumbs up. Oh, that's not a thumbs up. It's the middle finger. Oh! You know, now that you pointed out, it does seem way more middle fingery. It could go either way, though. You know what it really looks like? Like a yellow old school arcade controller, like video game controller. Like that's what that seems like. Turn that off. Oh, what is the fucking... Stop calling me during my show times. I thought I said not to. Fucking spam callers. Johnny, did you catch Kristi Noem getting fired? I thank you for letting me know that. I did not catch Kristi Noem getting fired. I have a bunch of things to talk about. We've got some Iran war stuff, the latest updates on that. We had that video, of course. That was fun. That I found while grabbing Iran war stuff. Kristi Noem fired, huh? Kristi Noem. Krispy Kreme. Kristi Noem is considering firing DHS. Trump considering firing DHS Secretary of Security. Kristi Noem. Oh, no. 4 minutes ago. Removes her. Replaced. All right. 17. With a video. Eh? I'll take 17 with a video.
So you want to start a business. You might think you need a team of people and fancy tech skills.
I don't.
You just need GoDaddy Aero.
Oh,
GoDaddy Aero.
Dude, how cheap are ads getting where they can't pay him to do the whole character. They can only pay him to take a picture and read a thing. Oh boy. That's getting everybody's. You know it's bad when the people paying for the advertisements are really pinching down to what can we bare minimum to squeak by. Oh, GoDaddy, you naughty ad. Well, it's not even that. Are you talking about the original 1994 Marathon? That game was dope. I was building my own levels when I was a kid. I've never played marathon, so I don't know the 1994 marathon. I know next to nothing about current day marathon, other than apparently it's a Bungie product and project. It apparently stole some references and source material from somebody else. That's all I got.
Cardinal sins with this president is to say publicly that he did something that he insists he didn't do, and that appears to have been the final straw and what led to her being ousted as Secretary of Homeland Security.
Really grateful to Nancy Cordes for all the help on this. Once again, to reiterate, President Trump has fired Kristi Noem as Homeland Security Secretary, giving her another job, intending to replace her with a new nominee, Senator Markwayne Mullin, Republican from Oklahoma. Our coverage will continue on CBS News 20.
He said who? Markwayne Mullin, a Republican from Oklahoma. Now we'll get Mark. Yeah, was it Mark? I forgot the name. Now I want to know. Wait a minute. Apparently, Noem scammed $100 million from public relations campaign. That's a new one. I haven't heard that. Kristi. Kristi Noem. Ooh. All right, this is from ProPublica, so I don't know. Take that with a grain of salt. But according to them, a dark money group paid $80,000 to Kristi Noem's personal company when she was governor of South Dakota. She did not include this income on her federal disclosure form, a likely violation. So that's all we have. Was governor of South Dakota. She supplemented her income by secretly accepting a cut of money she raised for a nonprofit that promotes her political career. Now, this is about the 80,000. I've got nothing about the 100 million, so I don't know what we're talking about there. Freak with a couple of links. Boys' final season trailer drop. Yeah, I think I've seen it. Let's see what this is from Freak first. Oh, so this is the marathon game. I guess we'll look at this quick before we jump back to that. I don't know what we're looking at here.
Over at LF1, Marathon has finally returned to store shelves after almost 30 years. For those unfamiliar, Marathon is one of the grandfathers of modern video games, and the game credited with inventing mouse look. Now, the Marathon trilogy has been available for some time on modern hardware, but its appearance on Steam marks the project's official acknowledgement from Bungie, as they're now actively endorsing something they were too lazy to do themselves. Anyway, the game is free, so go ahead and experience Bungie in their heyday, when the lore was so convoluted we were still getting answers over 2 decades later. Are you tired of modern video games? Does the
Alrighty then. So that's Marathon. Thank you, Freak597, for that information. Well, I'll grab the boys' final season trailer. I did see that had come out. I haven't seen it. We'll give that a gander. Johnny owes someone $100 million. No, Zeo Gold. $100 million. Like I make $1 million. No, there's a claim. Someone claimed that Kristi Noem had taken $100 million out of from public relations campaign, and I looked for that. The only thing we can find is a story printed about her taking $80,000 in 2023. The new Marathon is an extraction shooter. It looks dull and boring. Johnny is owed new legs. You know, new legs, or just if I didn't have to worry about money in my life and I could just do every day. Like, I just get up every day, do the show, have fun doing the show. Because I do this for 2 reasons. One, obviously, primarily financial, which we're $25 away from tomorrow, please and thank you. And then 2, I do it to entertain people and to do something. Otherwise, I'd go stir crazy. And I know that because we tried it the other way. I went stir crazy. This whole thing was meant to just fill in the time until we got to the weekend and we had shit to do with shows. But that went away with my body falling apart. So, things happen. The new marathon, we covered you. This dude's voice is unsettling. I'm going to guess there's a reason you don't see his face, Lab Glass. They confronted Noam about it in the hearing the other day. So what I'm saying is, Wild Saffron, I'm not doubting what you're saying. I'm saying we don't have released information on it, so I'm guessing it's still developing. I don't know. Either way, the Kristi Noem being fired part is 100% legit. Director of Homeland Security, let's get a person from the middle of the country. Well, isn't she like a military veteran? I'm going to be honest. Middle of the country, in my opinion, just as good a place to get a Homeland Security director as it is a vice president. Just as good for either. I don't know that we need a person from East or West Coast. And a lot of people think like, oh, the middle of the country wouldn't be what you would think of when somebody attacks. And it's like, yeah, but hitting the middle is actually where it's going to hurt more. Like, if you can drop everything in on the middle, do massive, like, bombs and shit. Like, if you can drop a famine in our breadbasket, we're dunskies. So, there is something to be said for the middle, like, the risk that you take of a surprise attack there. But I get it, the boats aren't going to land in Nebraska. You know what I mean? Like, that's not going to happen. All right, we're caught up with those. All right, there we go. So, yeah, we have some Iran stuff to get to. A lot of stuff about elections for the first hour. We're going to be joined by our Lady of Canada Digger after she gets done doing her thing. She's over doing a read and stream. Let's do a little quick stream snipe. See what we got going on.
I will also reject thee. Seeing thou hast forgotten
Warning,
the law
Brian.
of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
Penna
There is
Bishop,
no truth, no
you
mercy,
traitor.
nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood touches blood. Hosea 4, verse 6.
All right, you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say I'm not smart enough to wade into that. I haven't done all the reading, and Johnny just screwed me, says Brian. Johnny just deep dicked me. Yeah, kind of. How you feeling about that sugar joke now? You mean like a weather balloon? Lab glass? No, I mean like if you... Like, China's did this thing where they had like universities in the Midwest area of the country like experimenting with and looking into like pathogens that cause like wheat famine and stuff and corn famine, like looking for ways to cure those things. Like, those are great things to have, but if it suddenly gets out, if the zombie virus of the corn like gets out in our breadbasket, we're screwed, like in all the farmland and stuff. The UK is now joining the war in Iran. Breaking news. Oh. Penna Bishop. Oh, no, you found out. Like, it's all good. Now they're accusing me of stuff. All right, now I got to see if she notices the comment.
No, he didn't. He sent me.
Yeah. Boom. Missile
there
hit.
we go. There is the
Fired.
triple with the twisted legs.
Bam.
Oh, how you doing, Johnny? Oh,
Brian saying, I still feel great. You should, really. I'll be honest, it was funny. I just thought that's, what it is this is jealousy, because that was a really funny joke, and I can't top it, so I got to, I got to play Digger reading audibly, so that way stuff falls apart around your work, and then I get my revenge, and I'm not responsible. It's a really great thing. I'm super, super stoked about it. We have a 3 hours left in the program. We've got a lot of stuff still to talk about. We've got a $25 goal for tomorrow. We've got the funding stream coming next Friday. The big torture stream, so get excited for that. Government way of thinking is let's create deadly viruses that don't actually exist so then we can create the cures for the stuff we make. Right. And the problem I had, St. Aaron, is the example I was giving. The Chinese government was doing that exact scenario within the borders of the U.S. Like, they're like, hey, let's create something that doesn't exist so we can cure this super deadly pathogen. And it's like, right, but if you don't make the pathogen, there's nothing to cure. So, sorry. Having a day. All right, we do have a lot of stuff to get into. Let's, enough staring at my lovely lady there. Let's go grab the latest in Iran. And then we've got a fun thing. DUIs happening to celebrities. We've got two different people running for office, and I would say for different reasons. They both have some huge balls with the way they're running for office. But I will say, one I adamantly don't support. One I do. Like, one I would be like, let's let you have the reins and see what happens. But one of them I don't. I don't like religious practices, too much corruption. Also, why did Aaron convert to Catholicism? You're asking the wrong guy. You're asking the wrong guy. If I can be clear, though, I think my understanding of it wasn't so much a conversion as he always was. Like, he was raised that way. I don't know. I was not raised with any official religion, and I don't trust people enough to trust established narratives. Like, even when they're like, yeah, but it goes all the way back to the scrolls, right? But who wrote the scrolls? Like, I can't deny the way certain things are written down and perpetrated in religions. I feel like that's the essence of the pen holder, not the message they were to record. If you need to fill 3 minutes at any point, consider this, says Los Federales. Altar boy in his youth, math checks out, says King Kong. What is this? I already did that. I opened the show with that. No joke, dude. Like, I opened the show with this exact video. Everybody heard this before.
Rock war number 2.
We did this earlier. I don't trust people who did some shit and then claim to have found Jesus, says Los Federales. Well, here's what I can tell you. I've done some shit nowhere near as much as a lot of people, and I still ain't found Jesus. I've actually had some, if you will, crises of faith as of late, if you will. So I would never found Jesus. In the Where's Waldo book of religion, never found Jesus. Johnny Digger sent me here to tell you she's going to cane your legs like the crippled lady from Freddy Got Fingered. Freak, 1, I'm going to press X to doubt. 2, I'm pretty sure she wouldn't do that. But I'll tell you this, she has to be within huggable distance. If I could sweep that lady up in my arms, I'd be happy. Kneel, my child, and take this offering, says the priest. Right? And somehow you were like 10 and you didn't realize the offering was his dick, And it's all weird. And he's saying he put the Lord in you. So is that what cum is? I mean, I scream, oh God, when it shoots out of me. So oh, boy. You know what? Yeah, I should just be happy. I'm hilarious. All right, so Catholic, was he an altar boy? Yeah, everybody making the altar boy joke. Makes sense. Again, wrong person to ask. Wrong person to ask. All right, so let's get back over here. We have 3 hours in the show and everything, and let's grab the first hour stories, since we're already halfway through the first hour. We have $25 goal until, oh dear Lord, I don't need to open all these. I already did. This is why I really shouldn't have. Los Federales is if you need to fill 3 minutes, like I had everything up and I forgot. I grabbed that. It threw me off. Oh no. All right, so we did that. Oh, the Boys trailer. So before we get into everything else, we'll check out the Boys trailer because I don't know how many people care about the Boys. The final season of the Boys. I enjoyed the show. I saw it early on when it first came out. Like I enjoyed the show. After all the waiting, though, like the actors have moved on to other projects. Those projects are out and in circulation. It's getting to the point where, like, why did we have to wait this long for this? Whatever. They did so many spin-offs of The Boys. Like, Amazon really tried to milk that cow that I'm just like, oh, I don't, like, it's sullied the brand.
My power is absolute. At heights no one's even dreamed of. But I have a bigger destiny.
Oh, praise be. And what is it?
All right, let's get to work, yeah?
We think that Homelander's looking for the V1.
It's Vought's first iteration of Compound V. If Homelander got his hands on some, he'd be immortal.
We need to run while we can, however we can.
No, we hit him with the virus while it still works and kill every fucking suit on the planet.
Hey, we're bringing back Jensen Ackles.
Father. Did you fuck me?
What?
Is this some kind of incest thing?
No.
Then what the fuck is this?
We need to prepare America for my ascension.
You one of us now?
Well, if you can't beat him, join him. Then fuck it, beat him.
This is our last chance. The only thing we have left is hope.
That's beta male shit, bro. War, am I right?
Those who seek to destroy me, and non-believers, and backstabbers. I offer oblivion.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Part of me pities Homelander. Well, Homelander is effed up, but I don't know. That's one of those where you pity. I go back and forth. I understand what you're saying. I pity him too when you see like how he was raised and the world. But he had to come to terms with that, and did he? And then he's crazy. But can you blame him? Fucking. They thought. They brought back Sam and Dean Winchester. Right, well, dude, it's an Eric Kripke project. I am amazed we haven't seen, who played Papa Winchester? That's the only one we haven't seen. Wait, no, we did see him. We did see him. He was in the, later, Tegra. So yeah, we had Papa Winchester last season. That was the illusion that he saw, that Carl Urban's character saw running around with him. And then we've got Sam and Dean now, too, so. It's a Kripke show. It's not surprising. Not surprising. But you know what? Meh. I'll watch it. Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Thank you, King Kong Dong. Thank you. I appreciate all your guys' support. We have, oh, hey, there's my lady. Hello, pretty lady. We have 3 hours in the show. Let's get over to this. So, firstly, China has said that U.S. forces control the skies, and it's been releasing videos of attacks on Iran. China's foreign minister has reportedly said Beijing will send a special envoy to the Middle East for mediation efforts as a regional tensions continue to escalate surrounding the conflict with Iran. Foreign Minister Wang Yi was quoted telling his Saudi Arabian counterpart that China appreciates Saudi Arabia's insistence of resolving disputes through peaceful means, citing a statement from the Chinese Foreign Ministry. In a phone call with the United Arab Emirates, Wang told his counterpart there that the red line of protecting civilians during conflicts should not be crossed and non-military targets must not be attacked, while also expressing a need for safety along the world's shipping routes. So if we start hitting civilians, is China going to fucking jump in? Is that what they're saying? Brian, the boys lost me around season 3. I didn't like the evil super lady. I don't think you were supposed to. I'm pretty sure she was supposed to be an evil piece of shit. Historically white, that seems unusual for China. Right, you guys suddenly care about civilian casualties. Have you seen, like, any of your construction projects? It's really weird for the people that have a very low threshold for acceptable life losses. Like, the boys sounds kind of gay. Well, it's a play on the... It's because Carl Urban, that's what he calls the gang of the boys. I'm going to take out the boys. It's been a thing. That's what it's called. No, like as a character, like she sucked. Ken, I think that was... I don't know. I don't necessarily agree. I found her very funny, the way she was anti-establishment at first. And then she turns out to be like a racist Nazi chick. I found it funny to laugh at, but not funny. I don't know. I don't believe anything they say about the damn... Oh. So you're saying you're China. China's kind of saying they don't believe anything about it. That's again where we're at with that. I got 2 turntables and a microphone. So yes, the phone call with Arab Emirates. Yeah, the red line is civilian targets and the shipping lanes. So does that mean, like, if gas prices go down soon, do I get to thank China for that, for keeping the strait open? Or, like, this is the bizarro world we're in now. Do I get to thank China for keeping shipping lanes running? Like, I like where their quote-unquote red line is. I'd like it if we stuck to that too. But my other question is, though, like, if it goes, because, like, there's no way we're not hitting collateral damage and stuff like that. That's war, period. So when that stuff starts happening, is that China's excuse to, like I said, tag in? Insane Aaron. I love how countries that unalive millions of their own people to come into power are concerned for civilian lives. Right, that is the kind of weird part. Like, a country with this an appalling history and track record on human rights and just overall civilian welfare. Like, you guys, you realize how many we've seen, like, viral videos of ladies falling into escalators handing off the kid. Like, you guys sacrifice lives so fast. I just got a text from a buddy informing me I now own more boats than Iran. That's pretty true. Do you have one? Then you do. Don't trust China. China is as ho. Yeah, I'm not trusting China. I was more talking about this because, like many people in the chat already said, we're gonna sit here, and the country that, again, doesn't mind sacrificing their own people left, right, and sideways to build a road. You guys are worried about innocent lives lost. Okay, it's interesting. Like I said, it's the clown world aspect of it. Many goy will die, and that's the price they're willing to pay. Dear Lord. Apple is a great example of Chinese who gives a fuck about people. Right, you guys have people committing suicide, and you have to put nets on the buildings so they don't decide to off themselves and succeed while making our fun little smartphones, and we all enjoy our toys. But you guys do all of that, and it's supposed to be like, hey, but what about this? Why do they need what do they need boats for? Paddling through the sand sounds strenuous, says Rusty Grammar. They do have water, like, guys. Here, let me pull out. Let me Google Iran and see if we can find an image of the country. Iran. Iran geography map. Open image in new tab. Guys, there's plenty of water. All right, there's all of this. Oh, look, there's Dubai. So Saudi Arabia is on the other side of the water. There's the Caspian Sea and the Arabian Sea. They got both of these. They got there. They're like, what do you mean they got both? I can understand not having the world's largest navy. But the whole, like, it's not just sand. Okay? There's not a lot else going on, but it's not just sand. Even China wouldn't eat a dog with rabies. How many people do eat dogs with rabies? Rusty Grab fake map, flat Earth model. You know, that's flat Earth model. There's just no winning. Is what it's come to. That's what it's become. There's just no winning today. There's just no winning. Alrighty. Flat Earth, even China, we've covered all of those. Great. So let's keep going. That's the lady over there. So let's get into the election stuff. That was the, oh wait, no, where's the Iran, March 5th. Oh, that was it? That was the one we had? That one? I thought I had more of an Iran update than that. You guys actually have had more of an Iran update than that. So fuck it. There we go. China's announced their red line. Most of us laughed and scoffed at the idea of it, and we'll see how it goes. But hey, World War III could happen any day now. Could happen any day now. Let's get into the election stuff. Again, we only have 3 hours left in the show, so we've got 3 hours of content to get through. A couple different things to talk about, including this guy. People were mentioning this yesterday. I heard about this yesterday. Arkansas man who was charged with killing his daughter's alleged rapist. The alleged rapist was charged with alleged internet talking of a child, 2 counts of 4th-degree sexual assault, and 2 counts of sexual indecency with a child, as well as possession of 36 counts. Oh, dear Lord. So the guy went after the dude that R-worded his daughter. I'm guessing he didn't get, I'm guessing he didn't get arrested for that, because he ran for office, particularly for the county sheriff. Now, that would be surprising in and of itself. Man accused of murder of his daughter's rapist. Running for office. He won the fucking election. Aaron Spencer, who is awaiting... he's awaiting his murder trial. So his murder trial hasn't even happened yet, and he ran for sheriff and won it anyway. If that tells you anything about what the people in that area think about that whole situation, it tells you that. A lot of people in that area think, hey, this guy was doing indecent stuff to kids, and they went after this dude's kid, and he did not take that sitting down. We're all fine with that. I'm not not fine with it, but I'm having way less problems than I thought I would have, if that's any indication. I don't believe you should be killing people, but at the same rate, if somebody tried to with my daughter, yeah, I don't know where I would draw that line. All right, let's say this. He won the election. So now if he gets arrested for murder, does he lose the sheriff's office gig? He's got my vote. Mr. Q, he won the election. He's got your vote. He's got the votes of most of the people in the county. So he is the county sheriff. Now, if he gets convicted for the murder, oh, it was self-defense. He kidnapped a child. The dad found him, and it was in a fight. Not guilty. Give that man the sheriff's badge. He has the sheriff's badge. He won the primary. The election is this summer. Oh, I apologize. He won the primary. So, yeah. So, they have to get the court case out of the way before the election, right? It's got to be weird. Like, I'm running for election, and if I win, I might be vacated due to being found guilty in criminal court. I'm for the rule of law, but I'd more than what he did if my daughter was hurt. Yeah, I agree. That's kind of where I'm at with you. Thank you, Arch Magnus Tim, for the $5. We appreciate that so much. Let me record that up there. We have to make 25 today, and I'm so ho-dang desperate that I might even count that whole 5 and just put in the 2, but that's neither here nor there. Let's record what we have for now and see where we go. He won the primary election this summer. Arch Magnus Tim got you all guys good. Does he arrest the guy? Do you take if they all vote for him as sheriff, do you kind of throw out the case? Because, like, come on. Like, everybody, I feel like the facts are already out there. Everybody's kind of said their piece. It'll be fun for the debates. Let's hear what he has to say about winning his primary.
My name is Aaron Spencer. Many of you know my story. I'm the father who acted to protect his daughter when the system failed. I'm also a husband, a combat veteran of the 82nd Airborne Division, a contractor, and a farmer. And through my own fight for justice, I have seen firsthand the failures in law enforcement and in our circuit court. And I refuse to stand by while others face these same failures. That's why I'm announcing my candidacy to run for Lonoke County Sheriff. This campaign isn't about me. It's about every parent, every neighbor, every family who deserves to feel safe in their homes and safe in their community. It's about restoring trust, where neighbors know law enforcement is on their side, and families know that they will not be left alone in a moment of need. Together, we can build a safer, stronger Lonoke County for every family. I'm Aaron Spencer, and I'm running for Sheriff of Lonoke County.
I like that he didn't say I approve this message. I'm sick of hearing that. Here's towards the 25 as well. Well, fuck, we can count the whole 10 for shits, giggles, and biscuits. That puts us at 15 automatically right then and there. Thank you very much, Arch Magnus Tim, you beautiful human. And thank you for the 100 bits and the sticker. So we're automatically there. All right. The fun, I'm going to torture myself with the fish and everything else stuff happens this Friday. So this upcoming Friday, not this Friday, this next Friday. Tomorrow is just me and maybe Digger hanging out, having fun. I bet she won't want to hang out tomorrow, but you know what? Whatever. It'll be all good. She's doing a good time reading her great controversy book. Rusty Grammar over on Rumble saying, fuck laws. The 10 Commandments are the real law. It's not killing if it's justified. Well, the 10 Commandments don't expressly, this is the semantical argument someone was explaining to me. So take this with a grain of salt. The 10 Commandments don't explicitly make killing okay, but they're very anti-murder. So the intent to harm someone and kill them, like, preeminently, like murder, that's a thing. But, like, defending yourself, stopping someone from hurting you or someone else, that's not murder. That's, I guess okay. I don't know. I'm not the worst person to ask. Funny enough, this should cancel out the charge for all internet and purpose. Well, the 10, like the 5 covered the 10, so like the 15 together, we only Judge Dredd is the law. Murder defined by biblical means is for gain or in cold blood. Oh, apparently the language used has several words for killing. So murder is then very, very specific to just for profit or with malicious intent. Like, so self-defense is not murder. All right. Okay. You sound more read in than me. I'll take your word for it. Defense isn't intent. Right. That's kind of what I was getting at. I appreciate that. Bricks Gaming, good to see you. How you doing, Bricks Gaming? I just got close. I'm like one more dungeon run from 90. Very excited on that. Johnny, did you ever play the original Heretic or on shareware disc? Played Hextic? Heretic. Hexen? Hexen was the name of the game. I played Hexen, not Heretic. I don't know what Heretic is. I played Hexen. And I don't know. Was that on a shareware disc? Hexen 2 wasn't. No idea. Nope. Self-defense is not murder. Oddly enough, vengeance isn't either. Well, is it just, got plenty of sleep. I shouldn't be yawning. Isn't vengeance just self-defense way after the fact? You murdered my family, and I'm about to defend myself. That was like 3 years ago. Yep. Comes back around. All right. Be an interesting way to do it. Yeah, vengeance in that regard can seem a lot like just self-defense way after the fact. "100% defending yourself or an innocent life is heroism." Heretic is one of the OGs using the original ID software Doom engine. Hexen used it too. And Heretic sounds like it was part of that series. Like it was Heretic. I don't remember. Well, it's Hexen 1 and 2. It was Heretic before them. It is viewed more of an extraction of justice. It went like Castle Wolfenstein, Heretic, then Doom. Heretic sounds very familiar. I know I played Castle Wolfenstein. Not wrong. Hexen is the name of the game I'm thinking of, right? Like, didn't ID Software have a game called Hexen? Yeah, dude. Hexen. I'm looking at this. Raven's game. Oh, Raven Games. Okay. Okay, so it's not the same. Not the same. Wolfenstein was great. Doom 2 was a bitch with the floppy disk. Dude, played Doom 3. The fucking horror survival style. You have to switch between a flashlight and your rifle. It's bad. Not a fan of Doom 3. If I was a judge, I would toss the case out for any parent. Well, I mean, that's where you can't be a judge if you're that kind of partial. I feel like that kind of kills the whole impartial thing with the whole coming to a conclusion, using the law and deciding what's really by the language of the law applicable, true, and all that. I feel like if you're going in it, just everybody that meets this criteria, I'm throwing it out like, but about that though. It seems like that wouldn't be expressly legal, if you could. The first Doom on Xbox One was Peak Doom. The first Doom has been around so much longer than the Xbox One that I'm gonna say Peak Doom, absolutely not. You can like Doom in different iterations, but if you're telling me that when they finally, like when a game they made like 20, 30 years ago finally got on to the new gen current console, that was when it really hit its stride. You're full of shit. Los Federales, I hate switching between the flashlight and the rifle. No, it's flashlight and rifle, flashlight and pistol even, and I don't know if a flashlight will help you much. Like, what are you going to do? Like, Doom is about fighting these weird, for lack of a better term, and as the game technically calls them, demonic creatures that are people morphed that you're dealing with. You're going to what? You're going to run around with a flashlight jerking them all off? I don't know how many, like, dangerous situations you've been in, Los Federales, but your approach to how I'm going to get out of this jam is both inspiring, scary, and really fucking weird. Is it strange that I want to see you dropped into this situation? Like, I would like to see how you are going to navigate escaping a base on Mars surrounded by demons with a fleshlight and a rifle. I don't know. I haven't, I played a lot of the new Resident Evil games. I don't know if 9 would be up my alley or not. I don't enjoy scary games. They sit with me. When I'm done playing them, they play back in my head. It gets weird. It gets uncomfortable. It gets, for lack of a better term, gets creepy. And I had a friend that deeply enjoyed watching those games and had no problem subjecting me to that torture. And I've done it sometimes for streaming purposes, but I don't know. St. Aaron, hey, if Ash can do it, so can you. Ash is dying of cancer, okay? So fuck all of you. Sleeping lap cat makes it hard to type. Yeah, Midnight is very fun. To say this about Midnight, I did the Prey system. Is that what we call it? The Prey system? The Prey system has potential, but as it stands right now, it's just kind of tedious and annoying. So I don't know how I feel about the Prey system. But I finished the campaign. I'm like a scotch away from 90 and gearing up so that way I can be ready for raids and stuff. I'm actually, the Paladin class plays very well this time around, so I'm very happy with that. Very happy with that. Black on PS2 was a great shooter. No idea what you're talking about. Post-nut euphoria can't be demonic after a nut. You'd be surprised. And more importantly, sir, you're assuming they're not going to rip your face off when you go straight for their junk. Again, a lot of you guys are jumping in, Labglass and others, to defend this idea. I don't think it'll work. I'd free Palestine with a flashlight and a rifle. How does that work? You run up to people with the rifle and scream, take off your pants, and then you switch to the flashlight? You know what? I don't want to know how that works. Here's my idea. If that's what you're saying, I'm saying what we need now is a GoFundMe to get you a flashlight, a rifle, and a plane ticket to Gaza. Because guess who's got to go right some wrongs? Why are you're the hero we need? Why are you sitting back telling us about all your great plays when you could be making them? I just picked one up to do the world quest. Pick one up and do the world quests as I do them. Yeah, it's not that it's just, okay, so you randomly fight a guy. Like, there's no, I would have loved it if there was more, like, just, something to it. So, maybe tracking people down or something? I don't know. But hey, I've only done it on normal. Maybe if I up the difficulty, it'll feel more thrilling. if there's a risk. I'm still playing the original Diablo 2 after 20 years. Dude, they just added a new character class to the original Diablo 2. I'd say you're crazy, but they just put more game into that game. Diablo 2 now has warlocks. Like, what the fuck? I got turned away the first time when I asked what the defendant's name was. Oh. What are we talking about? Oh. I feel like, yeah, if you ask what is the defendant's name, they probably won't keep you. Uh-oh. This guy's got preconceived notions. Not a bad idea, though, to get out of jury duty. If they pick you for that, just fucking give her and go. All right, we're almost to the end of the second hour, so we should keep going. So we had two people that were running for election we want to talk about. I support this Aaron Spencer guy running for the county sheriff. It sounds like law enforcement wasn't really doing their job. We now go over to California, where we have a California man giving a press conference. He's running for Fresno City Council, and he is literally a registered sex offender. And when you see where he decided, where this guy with his history decided to give his press conference, all right, just play.
Elementary school right there, is that would that be against the rules?
I would say during operational hours, absolutely. I believe they are closed right now. I don't see anyone, and I understand the issue. However, I called it here because I felt this place was important. We can't say this person is that person. I have rehabilitated.
Oh, F you. I have rehabilitated. Then why did you choose to do your, like, as the news crew pointed out, you're literally not supposed to be standing next to this school, sir. So if you're so star-spangled rehabilitated, why are we here? His campaign promise, a child in every room, or at least in his hard drives. Again, like, I'm rehabilitated. Well, then I understand you should. And I'm sorry, but I don't think you should be on city council once you've been convicted of that. No offense. If you're on the sex offender registry and you're convicted with that, no.
People can't keep saying, I'm afraid of him. If you keep saying that, you don't believe in rehabilitation. You don't believe in what you're voting for.
I don't believe in a whole lot of rehabilitation.
But it's up to the voters to decide at the end of the day.
Have you already sought?
Oh, Jesus. I can't believe this. Hold on a second. Hello, I'm on air right now. This is really not a good time. Oh. Sorry, I had the... What was that? Why can't people text me? Fucking A. They couldn't say his name, but I found out who he was because it was the only jury trial that week. He was charged with domestic violence and in the presence of the child. Let's say he looked like a problem. Ah, but I'm bummed. Just a second. I have to find out what that was about. You would think, like, I get that it's not for a lot of money. I get that I don't do this like all the time, but you would think, like, people close to me in my life, family, would understand. I've been doing this for a couple of years now. At this time, Couple of years, guys. Guilty. The jury duty gig. They kind of sense that that's where you were at, and they're like, that doesn't work for an impartial jury of your peers, you know? Anyways, back to guy who should not be giving a press conference outside of school, whether they're in the hours of operation or not. If he truly is rehabilitated and understands how the world has issues seeing that rehabilitation, he might want to, not poke the child, so to speak.
Legal counsel at this point, or that's something you're thinking about?
It's only been within the last few hours. It's not something I've looked into yet. Right now I'm considering it rhetoric.
How have you been handling all of the public backlash?
Can you clarify?
The viral Instagram posts, have you been checking in on that, or is that something you're keeping a distance from?
I know that is something constituents have asked. Do I delete their posts? Do I even read them? I do. That's part of leadership.
Again, my problem here is I don't care what you want to say about you. Then you don't believe in rehabilitation. First of all, for people with your affliction, I don't believe in rehabilitation. If we're asking me personally, society says we believe in rehabilitation, and I'm willing to not rock that boat. But I don't believe in rehabilitation. But I certainly don't think, whether you're rehabilitated or not, that you should be able to be on the city council and in charge of the city when you're accused of things you've been accused of. It's kind of an issue. Frozen, we're back. Oh, great. So we froze. When did we freeze?